Hi, I'm Lily. Today I'm going to read you the story, The Beast and the Bethany. Today I'm going to read you page 57 to 64. Let's read it. Okay. The Movable Fist. This thing lives on the top floor, said Ebenezer, and it's very excited to meet you. If it's so excited to meet me, then why doesn't it come downstairs? Asked Bethany. It doesn't like to move unless it's absolutely necessary. Ebenezer headed up the stairs, followed reluctantly by Bethany. The journey of 15 flights passed slowly as Bethany made fun of the pictures and antics which lined the walls. Some were criticized for not having proper faces, others for not being colorful enough, and others for being just plain boring. By the time they reached the top of the stairs, Ebenezer was ready to push Bethany back down them. He didn't, however, because he knew that the beast liked its meals to be fresh. Try not to be scared, said Ebenezer. It won't like you if you're scared. If it tries anything scary, it won't like me, said Bethany. But Ebenezer rolled his eyes. Bethany would find out soon enough that no one was a match for the beast. He creaked open the risky old door and switched on the light. The room smelled strongly of boiled cabbage and dead parrot. Pooh! Ee! Yelled Bethany as she shoved two bony fingers over her nose to block out the smell. I wouldn't say that if I were you. It doesn't like the smell to be mentioned, whispered Ebenezer, and please don't shout or scream. Those sort of noises are not welcome here. It doesn't like bats either, said Bethany, her voice bumped up by the fingers in her nose. Has it heard of shampoo? Ebenezer drew open the red velvet curtains to reveal a very unhappy-looking beast. Clearly, the curtains were not soundproof. It's so smelly that Bethany put hands on her nose. Wow. When Bethany caught sight of the beast, she screamed wildly. She pulled her hand out of her nose and pointed a bony bird-filled finger at the beast. Ew, gross, shouted Bethany. That is absolutely disgusting. It's a big, old, horrid jaw, lump of ice, tongues, and gray. Please don't listen to her, said Ebenezer to the beast. She doesn't know what she's saying. There's nothing old or horrid about you. You're just Majesty Lump. The beast turned its three eyes to Ebenezer. None of them looked happy. I mean, you're not a lump at all. Of course you're not a lump, retorted Ebenezer. What I meant to say is that you're. I'm hungry, said the beast. Yes, exactly. You're hungry, said Ebenezer. The beast returned its eyes to Bethany. The look it gave her was not friendly one. You're very rude, child. Tell me, are all children so very rude? Asked the beast. No idea. I don't know the children in the world. What about beasts? Are they all slimy and ugly? Asked Bethany. Ebenezer felt that he had seen quite enough of Bethany for one lifetime, and that it was about time she had shut up. He had no idea how that other lady who adopted her had managed to last for 3 days. Would you like Bethany to come closer to you so you can see her better? Ebenezer asked the beast. I'm not going one step closer to that thing until it learns how to use a toothbrush, asked Bethany. Its breath smells worse than a bag of rabbit poo. Bethany, I don't care what you think. You must learn to follow instructions. And if the beast wants you to come closer, then I don't want her to come closer, interrupted the beast. I can see her just fine from here, and frankly, I've seen enough of her already. Awesome, said Bethany. She ran out of the room and back down the stairs just as fast as her legs could carry her. Ebenezer was so shocked by the best's behavior that he didn't even try and stop her. He was amazed and appalled that it had gone off its dinner so quickly. He looked at the beast for an explanation, but it didn't seem to incline to give one. Its 3 eyes stared stonily at the door Bethany had just cheerfully departed through. But Ebenezer didn't take any questions, in case it was still closed, so the room was silent, save for the distant sounds of Bethany stomping through the house and slamming doors. I'm very disappointed in you, Ebenezer, said the beast eventually. For centuries you have never failed me when I asked for a leopard. You scoured the jungle for the best you could find. When I asked for the remains of the Titanic, you brought a snorkel and went deep sea diving. But now, when I ask you for something so simple, you fail me. I know, and I'm sorry, said Ebenezer. I made a big mistake with Bethany. She's just a horrible little girl, and I should have never brought her to you. The beast looked puzzled. Her heartlessness has nothing to do with my disappointment. In fact, the bad behavior might give her an interesting bitter flavor, explained the beast. It was Ebenezer's turn to look puzzled. He started with open mouth, confusing at the beast. Oh, Ebenezer, do I have to explain everything to you? Come on, have a think. What did I tell you? What did I tell you that I wanted to eat? Asked the beast. You said you wanted a child, didn't you? But not just any child. I said I wanted a juicy, plump child. I want with lots of flesh that I can sink my teeth into, and not this little thing that you have brought me. When I eat my first child, I want it to feel like a meal, not a snack, and I want to chew on more than just a stack of bones. All right, now I get it, said Ebenezer. He showed how much he was getting by nodding his head and clapping his hands together. It's simple. I will take back Bethany and ask Miss Fezziwig if she has any breasts in her larger size. No, boomed the beast, wobbling angrily. That's not what I want. Ebenezer waited for the wobbling to stop. What do you want? Asked Ebenezer in his softest and most smoothing voices. I want to Bethany. I want to gobble her up and show her how scary a slimy lump of green can be. But I don't want to do it until there's more of her to eat, answered the beast. When will there be more of her to eat? Asked Ebenezer. After you fed her piles of food, you fool. Today is Tuesday, yes? Ebenezer answered with a nod. Well, you don't need your potion until Saturday. 3 days in plenty of time to fashion up a child. Ebenezer was horrified by the thought of having to leave Bethany for 3 days. At that moment in the time, he would have happily chopped off his own ankles if it could have saved him from spending any more time with her. But please, said Ebenezer. No buts, Ebenezer, said the beast. If you disappointed me again, then I'm afraid that you won't find me so generous with my gifts. Bye. Oh, I'm so scared that the beast will going to eat Bethany. Bethany is very rude, but I love Bethany. She's very